Hi, this video is in reference to user story number 76 for the Snackability version 3.0 application. And this user story revolves around letting users sign in either using Facebook or Google. So if they have a Facebook account or a Google account, and to make the sign up process easier, they could just go ahead and click these buttons, either or, and use their account to log in. So on the code side, what we have here is these methods that will render the Facebook button, and similarly, one will render the Google button. Okay, and then when the user presses this button, they will go ahead and it will make this call to to their respective functions that will handle the authentication process using their own action creators. Okay. So if we go to their action creators right here, you will see that we have one detailed for Google and then another one detailed for Facebook. Very similar in nature, but with just a couple of different steps. Since Facebook and Google has a different way of authenticating and using their, pretty much using their credentials. So that's pretty much the code that we have here for as far as the user authentication. So I want to go ahead and give you guys a demonstration. We're first going to go ahead and try signing in with Facebook. Just give it a brief moment since the simulator is a little bit it's resource heavy, so it will take a little bit more time than usual to load. Okay, so once you click that Facebook button, you will see a prompt from the Facebook application asking the user to sign in. Now, just for demo purposes, I do have a demo account, a test account that is that will be used to log in. It's a little bit, I know it's a little bit of a couple of crazy characters there, but we'll go ahead and put that in. It should still work either way. Give me one moment. Okay, then I'll go ahead and I'll put the password associated with this test account. Okay, then we'll hit login. Then we'll see once this user is authenticated, it'll prompt the welcome screen that was developed in the previous user story, user story 67. Then it'll go ahead and take them to their dashboard. Oh, yes, one thing. We just have to let this continue. Okay, we see our welcome screen there. And then we'll see the user dashboard indicating that the user was successfully authenticated. Okay, so now I also want to go ahead and give Google a try. And let's go ahead and log out here. Now, this is one thing, one note that I need to make for anybody working on this application in the future. At the time of this, the time that I developed this feature, we were running on the Expo SDK version 32. However, since it's a very recent version that just recently came out, um, there was an issue with Google using the Google sign-in, which pretty much forced me having to roll back to version 31 of the SDK, Expo SDK. So that is an issue that the Expo team is currently working on, making sure that this fixes literally at the time of recording, this is literally an issue that occurred like about a couple of weeks back. So later on in the future, there shouldn't be a problem with any future SDK versions. But just so you guys know, this feature had to be done in version 31, which is one version behind of the current SDK that's already in production. But in either case, I'll go ahead and sign in with Google. I'm not sure if my click was registered. Let's go ahead and do another try. Oh, yes, it was. Okay, and then here I just have a sample, a throwaway account that I just used just to test the Google sign-in. I'm going to go ahead and click that. Of course, if you have another account, you could go ahead and put it there. It should still work the same. As I've stated before, we could disregard these warnings. These are just warnings that are displayed while we're in development mode. It's just it's pretty much for our information, but again, these warnings don't show up when the application is deployed. And as you can see here, we have the dashboard indicating a successful login with Google as well. Okay, so this concludes the feature implementation for User Story 76, which involves adding a Facebook and Google authentication feature.